Oh my God, does that boat burger look good or what? The El Patron fishing Catalina Island on a regular basis, and there's just a little more time left in 2024 to catch rockfish as rockfish season closes December the 31st. The El Patron operates out of Long Beach Sport Fishing. Great crew, great boat, and great boat burgers. I don't know how you can beat it. Get on the El Patron before it's too late. Great trips out of Long Beach sport fishing here until the end of the year. As I like to say, get on the El Patron, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Hey, good Saturday morning, everybody. It's great to be with you. That's Abel. He's over there throwing a Lucky Craft lure, trying to get a bite, and he says if he catches a fish during the morning briefing, he's going to run over. Incidentally, he said last Sunday was the best day he's had on perch right here in Surfside. Last Sunday, he had 16 nice barred perch. That's some pretty darn good fishing. Abel, thanks for sharing that beautiful morning here. Saturday morning, it can't get any more lovely. I'm telling you, it's absolutely gorgeous. Long range fishing, we're going to get into that. Of course, we'll talk a lot about what's going on at the islands. Rockfish season's going to close December the 31st. We're going lobster hoop netting on Sunday. That's tomorrow on board the Amigo. I'll be giving you updates from the boat with regard to how that's going. Of course, the Channel Islands, we need to talk about that this morning on the morning briefing. It looks like a beautiful day, doesn't it? And I see an awful lot of pelicans out there starting to kind of scour around and look around. There's one hitting the water right there. Things are looking good. You know what time it is. Let me get set up for the MB. The morning briefing is coming at you next. Beautiful big fish. Wow. Oh. All right, another nice yellow. Check it out for Sean. Nice going, Sean.
Thank you, thank you.
Beautiful. Another nice yellow going by. Way to go, Ed.
Thank you.
Nice. Beautiful yellow. Get this party started. Woo! Nice going, Dan. Yeah. All right, nice yellow here. Isla Natividad, Baja California, Norte. Nice fish.
Way to go. All right, way to go. Come to the Independent, you catch fish.
Hey, good Saturday morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. So nice to have met Abel and chatted with him. He's working his way down there. If he catches anything, he's going to show up here and show us his catch. And man, I loved what he told me about last Sunday being such a prolific day on perch right here in Surfside, California. Those pelicans, I can see them hitting the water now, and that's an indication there's bait here on the beach. And when there's bait, there are predators. So we'll be watching that for you very, very closely. We're going to talk long range. We are going to talk islands. We'll talk the Channel Islands. We're going lobster hoop netting tomorrow night on the Amigo, and we've got everything in between here in SoCal. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh my goodness, is that good? Nice and warm and delicious and great to be with you all. Thank you so much for joining us once again here on this lovely day. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Also, share these videos with a friend. You can subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Wow, that surf sounds pretty big behind me. It is a beautiful day. I'm hoping Abel comes up with a fish before it's all over. Another couple of anglers have gone by here. So surf fishing, while up and down, some days is really, really good. and we absolutely love that. Hey, if you've got tax problems, Tim Marquez is your man. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. The tax man. Heating and or air conditioning needs. You definitely want to turn to our friend John Lopez over there to Fishing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And if that garage door, whatever it is, garage or garage door, is giving you problems, make sure you check out our good friend Joe Welker. He is your garage door man. All right, let's go south of the border. We'll talk long range right now. Many of the boats are down there in the lower banks trying to scratch up some of that bigger yellowfin tuna. The Royal Polaris yesterday trolled around, had a couple of wahoo, and then just had excellent yellowfin tuna fishing. Didn't see anything really huge, but nice grade YFT and great fishing for the Royal Polaris and several of the other boats. The Independence is headed down to the lower banks right now. When we talk lower banks, we're talking the Morgan Bank, which is, I think, 70 miles from Cabo San Lucas. So a long run from San Diego, about a 3-day run for sure to get down into that neck of the woods. We're talking Hurricane Bank, where the Royal Star has been here recently. We've seen some outstanding fishing on pretty big yellowfin tuna and fish as big as 250 pounds here recently. One on the Royal Star, really beautiful fish. And then, you know, some days you get that 160 to 200 plus pound fish. That bluefin tuna is down there at 300 miles from Point Loma. So you go down 300 miles, that's where you will encounter that. It's mixed up with some yellowfin tuna. The yellowfin 30 to 50 pounds, sometimes a little bigger than that. And the bluefin anywhere from 50 to 200 plus pounds. That bite has kind of slowed just a bit. It's still there and it's still really good. We had a little bit of wind and weather, which prevented some fishing down in that neck of the woods. Looking for that to rebound beautifully here in the very near future. Now, there's a bank here in Southern California, several banks actually, but we're going to talk Tanner and Cortez. Out there is Catalina Island, about 20 miles. 60 miles, you hit San Clemente Island, another 20 miles or so, and you're on Tanner and Cortez Bank. And those two banks have been producing some great fishing all year long. Right now, we're scratching a few bluefin tuna on some days and catching zero on other days. There's some pretty good yellowtail fishing out there on the banks right now. However, on fish in the, I want to say 10 to 30 pound class like that, out there on the banks, and then copious amounts. It's been a long time since I said copious. What's wrong with me? Copious amounts of rockfish out there on the bank. So you can load up on that. As long as you get good weather, you are assured of some really great rock fishing out there. And fingers crossed that you come across some yellows and or bluefin tuna while you're out there also. So that covers our offshore kind of situation in SoCal right now. By the way, not that cold here this morning. It's a beautiful day, and I hope you're going to see either those pelicans hitting the water or maybe a dolphin show or even a fish jumping out of the water. We've had all of that on recent morning briefings, so keep your eyes back there and let me know in comments down below if you see anything at all. Hey, we'll be at 22nd Street Landing tomorrow prior to our departure on board the Amigo from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. And we'd love you to come by. Bring some coffee, bring some donuts, bring a big smile. Just come out and hang out before we depart on the Amigo. We'll show you around the studio, which is kind of a mess right now because we have so much clothing, medical supplies, toys, all kinds of stuff that we're shipping down to Mexico around Dia de los Reyes. That's in January of 2025. If you'd like to bring a brand new toy, we could surely use it. Or should I say the kids in Mexico could surely use it. So Sunday morning, December the 15th, 22nd Street Landing, 10 a.m. until 12 noon. We'll be there, and you can meet some of the nuts that surround yours truly, because I'm the biggest nut of all. And I'm talking about Dan Lightfoot, Michael Limon. I know Mackey's going to be there. Doug Tilk. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come on by 22nd Street Landing. A couple of hours tomorrow morning. It would be great to be able to thank you for all the great support you have been sending our way. Let's talk islands. Down there at the Coronado Islands, we continue to see occasional yellowtail. Not all that much, however. It's been mostly rockfish. San Clemente Island, mostly all rockfish. Out there at Catalina Island, the El Patron, you saw in the lead, and they're catching whitefish and sheephead and some nice lings out there on the El Patron. They're going tomorrow morning out of Long Beach Sport Fishing. You should get on board and join them, but you can fish That, or you can get out in the deep water, that 300 plus feet of water. And many times you're fishing like 600 feet, so you need a 16 to 24 ounce torpedo sinker to fish out in that deep water. They're not focused on that on the El Patron right now, but some boats are. And you want to check with the landing when you book, because maybe the El Patron will change it up. And I would just bring some of those heavier weights just in case. Most of the time they're in the shallows, and as I mentioned, they're catching whitefish and sheephead and some blue perch and fish like that. But sometimes they'll venture out into that deeper water. The El Patron doing a really great job. Up there in the Channel Islands, really nice fishing going on. It's mostly rockfish. Now, having said that, there's a lot of squid around, and when you have that squid, you're going to get some predators like white sea bass and yellowtail and halibut. But for right now, we are catching mostly the bottom grabbers. And yesterday on the Island Spirit, mentioning Doug Tilk a moment ago, he had some really excellent fishing up there. 19 guys on the Island Spirit. Ventura Sport Fishing, 190 on the rockfish. How many lings did they have? Let me look really quick here. 6 lings over there on the Aloha Spirit. Good rock fishing. 8 lings to go along with them. Mirage, great rock fishing with 3 lings to go along with that. So some pretty darn good fishing. We take a look along the coast, and we'll start you down there in beautiful Ensenada, Baja California, 70 miles below the border. Nice drive, beautiful views. You see the Coronado Islands as you're driving down. I love that driving. When you get to Ensenada, you're finding really good rock fishing right now. There has been the occasional good show on both Bonito and Yellowtail. Occasional good show. So sometimes you can scour around inside of Todos Santos Islands, out there near Punta Banda. You'll find a bird school of yellowtail and throw a surface iron or even a yo-yo iron on that bird school. And sometimes you'll come up with some really nice yellowtail. The fallback, however, is rock fishing. It's been spectacular down there in that neck of the woods. From San Diego all the way up to the Channel Islands, when we're talking 1/2 and 3/4 day boats, right now we are talking mostly about sheephead, whitefish, sculpin, maybe an occasional halibut, like the Native Son yesterday out of 22nd Street Landing in beautiful San Pedro, California, with a halibut, 34 sheephead, 140 whitefish for 17 anglers, and they had some other species kicked in there with it. That's pretty common for most of the boats fishing 1/2 and 3/4 day right now. And as I mentioned, there is a lot of squid around. The Pescador out of Redondo in the Santa Monica Bay, scooping the squid. Man, I'm telling you, that bodes well, not only for the wintertime, but it bodes really well for the spring of 2025. Look out for a big white sea bass season, and that squid is flowing down here into the southern region. Wow, those pelicans are going nuts. It's flowing down this way, which could move that sea bass. The epicenter of the white sea bass fishing here recently has been up there in the Channel Islands. It could stay there, but kind of move in to the Southern California southern region. Like Catalina may see a renaissance one of these days of the white sea bass fishing that we became accustomed to many, many years ago. The 90s were fabulous at Cata, and I think we're seeing indications that that's going to happen with this La Nina and the colder water and the squid that's around Malibu, in the Santa Monica Bay, at Catalina Island, at San Clemente Island. That squid is the magnet that will attract predators, so keep that in mind. Incidentally, we are going to be on the Island Spirit up there at Ventura Sport Fishing on December the 20th and the 27th. We hope you call Ventura Sport Fishing or go on their website at venturasportfishing.com. 805-676-3474 and book either on the 20th or the 27th, or book any day. Remember, kids fish free tomorrow on board the Island Spirit. Get on the Island Spirit, have a great time, take a kid fishing tomorrow. Just give them a call here this morning or go to the website and book right now, venturasportfishing.com. Up there in Santa Barbara, Avila Beach, up there Morro Bay, Monterey, San Francisco, continued really great rock fishing. Wouldn't surprise me out of Bodega Bay to see more albacore. And about 10 days ago, they had a yellowtail bite up there out of Bodega Bay. I'm not kidding. They found a floating log in the water and plucked out some really good, nice big yellowtails. Some of it were caught, some of the yellows were caught trolling. Then they started to throw iron at that floating log. and they came up with even more fish. That is really unusual in the cold water and that far north, but we love it. So maybe some albie and some more yellows in our future is a little Christmas surprise for sure. That would be absolutely wonderful. So we take a look at the surf. I'll send you down to Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California, right there on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. About a 10-minute walk from here. Right now, there's been some pretty good surf fishing. As Abel mentioned to us, he had a great day barred perch fishing. He did, however, say it has become a lot slower here recently down there in San Diego. Still the occasional Corbina, but mostly barred perch down there. Same thing down around Huntington Beach, the Huntington Beach Fair. Here in Surfside, he had an awesome day on Sunday. Hopefully we'll see more of that. Perfect conditions and the birds working. That is good. The closer those pelicans get in here to the beach, the better it is. And man, I'm telling you, they're getting close enough here right now. I think it's off camera. You got to take my word for it. This is when you throw a chrome crocodile or a lucky craft lure. Those fish, those birds are on little bait fish. And so if you can match that up, man, you could come up with a big yellowfin croaker, a nice halibut, and all kinds of other predators. Very active here right now down this way in the surf. I see another surf fisherman working his way down into this neck of the woods. Eddie Perea with a nice legal halibut. Nice going, Eddie. We love that. And Daniel, aka Sarge. Check out that guitar fish, Sarge. Good morning to you. Always good to see you here on the morning briefing. Always appreciate your great support. No question about that. All right, my friends. What's with these pelicans, man? I mean, come on. Well, I don't get it. Why don't they fly into this background here and give you guys a little bit of a show? As always, it's great to be with you all on this lovely Saturday morning. Tomorrow, Sunday, 22nd Street Landing in St. Peter. You want to drop by? Bring a nice cup of hot black coffee for me. Well, I'm kidding you. I think I've got plenty of that, but bring a cup of coffee, spend some time with us. It'd be great to spend a couple of hours with you all. Hey, we might even try to reorganize the studio a little bit and ask you for some help moving clothing around and so much more. Have a great one, a beautiful day, and here they come. Oh, they flew the other way, those dirty rats. Have a great day, and I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care, my friends.